So I decided to go outside, leave the studio, get a little bit of fresh air and visit my favorite park. It's a Heber down in Whitby, Ontario, Canada. And we shall get started. Let's talk about 5 different ways how you can actually earn money and make a living as a photographer. And I'll tell you, I went through all the ways, I've done it before, so this is based on my life experiences. And in today's video, I'm gonna actually tell you what good things I learned from it, what bad things I experienced as well, and if it was worth it or not. Let's talk about my first job I ever had, and it was a real estate photographer. Yes, I took photos for a living of houses being sold. How did I get into real estate? A friend of mine, Paul, happened to be working for real estate himself. He shot what's called virtual tours, but he was about to change his career. He wanted to do something else in regards into photography, so I happened to be the perfect replacement. So he gave me a quick crash course, he showed me how to use the tools, he actually lent me some of his tools, and I was set, I was ready to go. So you kind of have to be ready for long hours, because when I was shooting 3 to 5 houses a day, they needed to be photographed in the morning, then edited in the afternoon, and I needed to have the photos, the whole virtual tour, by the next day in the morning. You can actually make a decent living with it. It's not necessarily a full-time job. It's kind of like a seasonal. So, you know, in the winter when there are no homes for sale, obviously you're not gonna shoot as many houses, but in the spring and summer when it's very busy and the houses are selling, that's gonna be the time you will be making money. And I'm extremely thankful, actually, I worked as a real estate photographer because I learned how to use manual mode very well. And I learned what is ISO. You know, when you're shooting in a light room, you need very low ISO. As soon as you go to the dark room, you have to crank it up. So I learned upside down, manual mode and ISO. I'm really, again, very thankful. I shot real estate, it gave me a lot. And also one thing I always say, houses don't talk back. They're the ID models. You shoot, you don't need to talk, you don't need to direct anybody, you just walk through and take photos of the houses. The next thing you can do to work as a photographer is to actually create some passive income. And for that purpose is excellent stock. I started stock in 2007 and I joined sites such as Shutterstock, Dreamtime, Photolia, iStock, you name it. And I'm still working as a stock photographer till this day. In all those years, my collection has about 12,000 photos right now. To work as a stock photographer is not exactly the easiest. You have to actually know exactly what sells. You have to keep an eye on what's currently selling, what the trends are, what type of models they are looking for, what type of scenes and stuff. If you upload any kind of photos, it just doesn't work. You have to upload photos which sell. And when it comes to stock photography, I actually created another video, which you'll find the information, I believe, over here. So when you click on that, it'll take you to another video all about stock and how you can make money in stock. What stock photography gave me? Oh boy, when I started uploading to stock, majority of my photos were rejected because of the technical quality. I didn't know much. I was just learning how to use camera properly. And to be honest, stock really made me the photographer I am today. Because of these rejections, they sent you detailed email, you know, what was wrong with the photos, why they rejected it. I got better. I eliminated all the problems, and my technical aspect of photography got only better and better and better. So today, when I upload to stock, 100% of my images get accepted. And when it comes to bad experiences with stock, Well, yeah, I've had some as well. 2007 was a year when stock was still fresh and new, and unfortunately some buyers bought the images, they were ignoring the terms, and they used it the way it actually was not allowed to be used. I had to take down 70% of my portfolio just because some of the models were kind of in a glamour way, wearing lingerie or swimwear, or just being a little bit too, I would say, sexy. And there was a risk of having these images used inappropriately. So I decided to take it down. So I erased those 70% of my portfolio images. And I believe it was in the year 2012. And then I started pretty much from scratch building my portfolio again. But hey, now I have 12,000 photos, around 12,000 photos in stock, and it's my passive income. So I would strongly recommend it. Again, avoid shooting sexy stuff and glamour stuff. I would do just stuff like business, medical, lifestyle, and maybe some objects, and that should be okay for you. You'll get tour sheets, you get published all over the world, you get recognized, you build portfolio, learn technical things. It's amazing. And you have passive income. You make money when you sleep, wearing PJs. Another way you can make money as a photographer are portraits. It's very, I would say, very self-explanatory. My English again. Anyways, when you're shooting portraits, you can do, let's say, headshots, you can do family portraits, you can do pregnancies, you can do modeling portfolios and glamour makeovers. I've done it all. I've done family portraits actually here in this beautiful park. I've done headshots for actors, even for business people like real estate agents. I've done glamour makeover sessions in my studio when I hired a makeup artist, and we just make the woman very beautiful and stuff like that. So the easiest way to get into that is actually post an ad that you have a special, sometimes a mini session, where you might offer it for, let's say, $50 or something like that. You shoot one set, it's a half an hour in the studio, you give them one free photo. You obviously charge for the rest of the photos, and if they want to upgrade the package, then you give them the real pricing. The benefit of that is for $50, and it's not really much, you quickly get local clients, and those clients will show the images to other people in the area. So your name will be spreading very quickly. It's marketing, but you're building your portfolio, you're actually creating clients in the area. What did I learn about portrait photography? I think the main benefit of portrait photography for me was learning how to work with people. I had to listen to people, realize what they are looking for to get out of the photo session. I had to learn how to work with different body shapes. You have to pose them well. Different people have different body shapes. They have different abilities. They move differently. Some move very well, some move very badly. So all that will help you when you actually work as a photographer in portraits. The negative about portrait photography, it's a weekend job usually, and it's evening job. I actually managed to get some photo shoots Monday to Friday during school times, but clients are not always available. You get more clientele on the weekends, and you get more clientele in the evening. Also, some of the female clients can be very picky when it comes to makeup, hair, and some of the clients are very picky in a sense. They want excessive retouching, which is far from reality. So I have a woman which picked her final photos, for example, and she just gave me a list of stuff she wants to be edited, she wants to retouch, and I think some of it went a little bit too far. I didn't agree with it, but she's a client, she's a paying client. I have to do what she wants. And now we are getting to event photography, such as birthday parties, wedding anniversaries, baby showers, business events, and I've even done something like egg hunts before. Event photography I find very easy to do. You pretty much show up with your camera, you might just have a flash on your camera, and you shoot event as it is happening. It's all candid style photography, so you're pretty much doing photojournalistic style, which means you are shooting whatever you see. You're trying to capture the fun moments, the emotions, the laughters, the cries, anything happening, and capturing the event properly. What I love about event photography, it's I'd say quick money. It's quite easy to do. You shoot there for 2-3 hours, go home, edit it for another hour, and done. You make your money. It's not very technically difficult. You set up your camera very easily. All you have to do is just make sure you always keep an eye on what's happening and take those candid moments. People are usually very friendly. They are very appreciative. They are happy that you are there. So yeah, I would recommend event photography for sure. Now we are getting to wedding photography. Wedding photography is huge. That's my also main source of income right now. I've been shooting weddings for about 10 years. I started working as a second shooter first, and I would recommend everyone to start working as a second shooter first because it is such a difficult part of photography. There is no pretty much room for any kind of mistakes. You have to be there on time. Your gear has to work. You need to have backup gear. You know 100% what you're doing. You cannot miss the moments. You have to be highly professional, and you have to be really ready to work under a lot of pressure. When it comes to pressure at the weddings, I'm talking more about the wedding schedule. For me, shooting weddings for 10 years, I still get really stressful the day before of the wedding, and I actually have a high anxiety attack. I'm gonna say that. So yeah, I do weddings for that long and I still feel very uneasy when I go there. Once I get there, I calm down. It's just the huge amount of responsibility you get when it comes to shooting weddings. It's still on my shoulders. And weddings, it's a very highly competitive field, so there are zillions of photographers shooting weddings, so you have to be really good to stand out between them. You will need to spend some money on advertisement if you really want to be a full-time wedding photographer. So there are costs involved because you also need a very, very good gear, but the income is much higher. Last way of making money would be YouTube videos, and I cannot talk much about YouTube videos and how to make money there yet because I'm so fresh and new. My channel is about 2 months old right now, so I will keep you posted. I'm actually going to be creating a set of videos talking about my journey and being a YouTuber, so you should subscribe to this video to get notifications like that, and I'll keep you posted how it goes if you actually can make living from YouTube, which I believe 100% you can. You just have to treat it like a full-time job. So yeah, you can create tutorials where you're actually teaching other photographers like I'm doing right now. You can be selling your product, or you can sell another product. You can be making money from advertisement on a YouTube. There's so many ways you can make money from YouTube, so I'll keep you posted how that goes. So like I said, if you want to see more videos, please don't hesitate to subscribe. If you get some ideas and pointers or found this video interesting at all, please give it a thumbs up. I would be very pleased. And if you have any questions or comments on this topic, or would like to add how you are making money as a photographer I didn't mention here, I would love you to comment below. Or if you have what is that in my head? Or if you have a request for a special video or some kind of a topic I haven't done here yet and you would be interested to find out, or if you have any questions, please feel to leave comment below as well. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Ciao, ahoj.